visits from the void. In the near future, humanity is at a critical point, on the brink of self-destruction. Past mistakes, fueled by fear, hatred, and greed, have led humans to a fragmented society where war and violence seem to be the only constant. The first sign of the Naxar comes in the form of a glow that covers the sky, as if the stars themselves were going out. Across the planet, thousands of people stop in their daily activities upon seeing the phenomenon, not understanding what is happening. Governments and world organizations react with panic, while scientists try to decipher the origin of the strange light. However, in the center of New York City, a team of government explorers is the first to make contact. What they find is indescribable. Humanoid-looking beings, but with translucent, cold, glass-like skin, no visible eyes, but with a telepathic communication capacity that chills the blood. Despite not showing emotions, the Naxar seem to understand human emotions perfectly. The question they pose is simple but terrifying. Why do they need to feel so much to act? The first conversations with them are disconcerting. The Naxar do not seem to show compassion or hatred, only a deep interest in understanding why humans allow their emotions to control their actions. While some try to dialogue with them, others, more distrustful, wonder if these beings are here to destroy or save humanity. As the Naxar begin to interact more deeply with humanity, it becomes clear that they do not have empathy, but they do have an ability to see beyond human emotions. Through advanced technologies that connect their minds with those of humans, the Naxar reveal visions of the past. Endless wars, genocides, social collapses, all caused by the excess of overflowing emotions: anger, fear, jealousy, revenge. The Naxar explain that they have observed humanity for centuries, seeing how their emotions have brought them to the brink of extinction. They are told that feelings are useful, but when they overflow, they lead to destruction. At a meeting with world leaders, a Naxar points out that humanity has lived in excess, that the suffering caused by lack of control is the real enemy. But what is even more disconcerting is how the Naxar seem to feel nothing. They have no friends, no family, no emotional ties. They are purely rational beings, and their only mission is to avoid the chaos that human emotions cause. The lesson is clear. Balance is necessary. Emotion without reason leads to failure. As the days pass, the teachings of the Naxar begin to have disturbing effects. Humans, who have never before experienced a world without emotions, begin to feel empty, as if their feelings have been torn out by their roots. Some people fall into a deep depression, unable to process the idea of a world where emotion has no place. Others, however, begin to adopt the teachings of the Naxar, abandoning human affections altogether in search of the cold logic that these beings promote. A group of scientists, convinced of the truth behind the lesson, begin to implement technologies to suppress human emotions. However, the absence of empathy and emotional connection begins to generate a collective void, and what were once societies united by cooperation and mutual understanding now become desolate places where people act like machines, without enjoying the small pleasures of life. On a dark night, a man faces his own reflection and whispers in despair, "What are we now if we no longer feel anything?" The tension between those who embrace the Naxar vision and those who struggle to keep humanity from their emotions reaches a critical point. Factions are divided, and the world seems on the verge of a societal collapse. Meanwhile, the Naxar continue to impart their lessons, but something is beginning to change. The excess of logic and emotional emptiness have not produced the peace they hoped for. In fact, humanity, now divided, seems to be on the verge of a new form of violence, a cold, calculated violence. In a confrontation, a leader of the Naxar finally reveals the true reason behind their visit. They are not here to save humanity, they are here to observe. Humanity, for all its emotional flaws, is an experiment. The Naxar, beings without emotions, seek to understand whether humans can find a balance between emotion and reason, or whether humanity will fall into total destruction. The Naxar are impartial, but also aware that a being without emotion is not truly alive, and the experiment could be about to fail. With the balance at stake, the world stands on the brink of collapse. People are faced with one final decision. Should they embrace their emotions again, with all their chaos and beauty, or continue down the path of cold reason that the Naxar have proposed? In a final confrontation, Lucia, a young activist who has lost her family in the chaos generated by the division, confronts the Naxar. Seeing their indifference, she challenges the idea that feelings are the cause of destruction. She asks them, "Isn't indifference what leads us to death? Lack of love, lack of empathy, is what makes human beings destroy each other." The Naxar, impassive, watch her, but something in their minds seems to break. For the first time, they show a fraction of something resembling curiosity. In that moment, Lucia realizes that it is not the excess of emotions that has caused humanity's suffering, but the lack of control over them. The story ends with an ambiguous ending. Humanity has not found a definitive answer, but the Naxar have apparently understood something crucial. Perhaps true balance is not found in their cold logic, nor in human excesses, but in an intersection between the two, where love, hate, reason, and chaos can coexist without destroying each other. Visits from the Void is a story that explores the nature of human emotions, the danger of a lack of empathy, and the constant conflict between cold reasoning and emotional complexity. It is a disturbing tale about the search for balance in a world where the lessons of the past seem to condemn us to repeat our own mistakes.